Regis, Simon Adingra missed out last week. Why did he miss the game? What's the situation?
It was because of an hamstring injury. It wasn't serious, but he missed 1 weekend.
But he's fit.
Yeah, he's fit now.
Is there anyone else back or missing from last week? Or
No. We still have a doubt about Omar because he's still in the conclusion protocol and should be okay. I think tomorrow or the day after. Yeah.
You talked there about how much of a bond the players have, and probably summed it up to someone like Lucha coming in for his first start, and it's obvious how much he's bought into it, despite only just arriving on loan. How do you go about ensuring that you're signing the right characters? Because it's probably easier than ever to understand what players like on the pitch now, but how do you actually go about doing it?
Yeah, it's really important in the recruitment process. So you try to, when you analyze a player through footage, you can watch his technical abilities, his physical attributes and so on, but you can observe his behaviors as well. And I think for us, it's really important if we say our identity is based on different key pillars. One of these key pillars is the connection, the ability to play with your teammates. You have to assess it as sometimes it's not easy to find this particular ability, but if you want to watch it, you can find some cues when you watch a game. Yeah.
When you say behaviour, is that how a player responds to an error from their team?
Yeah, for example. And how can he manage different situations with the relationship of his teammates as well? It's really interesting. Yeah.
And just asking you, can I ask you about Bertrand, because you've given him 3 starts in a row now. Are you consciously trying to give him an opportunity to find his full match sharpness, to build some momentum? How do you feel he's kind of progressing up now?
I'm really happy with Bertrand. He's a different character, a different type of player as well, and he didn't connect early with us and struggled a bit during the pre-season because he had an injury, so he missed probably 2 weeks, and we were aware that his fitness level wasn't the best when he came here. So now he's training really well. He understands the game model, the way we want to play in his position especially, and he's the captain of his national team. So he has a different personality, different character, and he's improving a lot.
And how do you view kind of Shams Dinks? He started on the right. He's doing so well for you as a substitute off the left. Is he almost a little bit of a victim of his own success in terms of coming off the bench, that maybe it's damaging his chances of playing off the right?
Yeah, I think he's doing really well. He's really young. Shamsin is 20, so you have to remind that playing at that level at 20 and being consistent is not easy. So if you are consistent coming off the bench, scoring, provoking different chances, I think it's good, but I know that he will play and start different games later.
Brian obviously comes off the bench and has the impact last weekend and then played and scored for the under-21s. Where's he at? How just assess kind of his progression really, how he's coming up?
Yeah, he's getting better. Really appreciate Brian. We have in the squad different options, and I think it's fair to say that some players now got a momentum, and you don't want to break a momentum because it's so hard to play at the best level and to feel the confidence to share references with his teammates. So when you are a finisher, you are on the bench, you just have to accept the situation, and it's part of their career, because you have to show resilience and work behind the scenes, waiting for your opportunity. And when the door is open, it's your turn and try your best, and because you know that this is the rule at the level. And for that, Lucha and Brian, for example, are doing really well.
Obviously, by end of play as well, Luca and Anthony Patson. Was that their decision to play for the 21s, or did you?
It was a shared decision, because when you can get minutes across an opportunity like that, it's really positive, because you can train every day, but you don't play a full game with the continuity of the game. I think it was a good opportunity, and they did well.
Was there any temptation to play Dan? Neil, just lack of football, obviously.
Yes, but they had a conclusion during the training session.
Ah, right.
Yeah. So might be available, but we have to wait. Yeah.
Just on that longer term, obviously AFCON coming up. I know you've talked a lot, or we've asked you a lot about that. But do you see him playing an important role then? Dan?
Yeah, sure. And they are aware of the situation, which is an opportunity for them. So at the minute, those players don't have the opportunity, but they will have a clear opportunity at that minute. So just work hard and be ready for that.
Have you seen improvement in that since the start of the season?
It's hard to say because when you don't play, you don't know exactly how will be the output, but his behavior is perfect, so I'm confident.
And obviously his contract's up at the end of the year. Any change, any talks?
I don't think so.
Just finally, Enzo Maresca said this week that you'd caught him by surprise with your selection and your formation, your setup at Stamford Bridge last week. You've got options, you've shown over your time here that you can play in several different ways. That's a real strength to your ball, isn't it? That's something that you can continue to use to your strength as the season goes on.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think we played before with a back five, so I'm not sure that it was a real surprise. But for us, it's important to manage different shapes against different opponents, different moments during the game as well, and different phases, because you can play with a back five in the deep block, in the mid block, change the structure in the mid block, defend differently high up the pitch. So it's a question of flexibility, and I think we are getting better in that part of the game.
So, sorry, one more. I remember you saying at the start of last season, you asked the players what their aim was, and they said promotion. Did you ask them at the start of this season, and was it just survival, or did you always target more?
I didn't ask this season.
There's that question going.
Yeah. So, sorry.
In 40 years writing about this club, I can't recall a week like the last one. Just so much positive stuff has been written or spoken about Sunderland Football Club. How do you react to that, and how do your players react to it? Because there's never been a time like it in many respects.
Yeah, hard to say. I think it's positive because when you play well, I think you receive positive feedbacks. But at the minute, I think we are still in the same process. We want to be tough with our way of playing and to improve the different areas we have to improve to be competitive in that league. And so far, we never showed that we were complacent. It's still possible. The dynamic is really fragile. We know that this level is really hard. So I don't want to say that it will happen, but we are aware and we stay alert. Yeah.
This time last year, I remember you saying that when you took your dog out for a walk on the beach, and you were surprised how many people came up to you to talk to you. There must be even more people coming up to you now, more recognisable. Has things changed in the outside world for you?
Not really. I think our fans are happy with the dynamic of the club, and I think it's really positive for them, so I accept that. Yeah.
Just one other one about two particular players, Tri-Hume and Dan Ballard, who are the two from last season who are in the side. Were they the two you always thought would adapt to Premier League football so easily?
We never know, and I think for the goal of the season, I didn't set a limit because we don't know before. We have a new team, a new squad, we are facing a new league. If we fix or we set a limit before, I think it's dangerous. So for these two players, for example, they are working well, they have many qualities, and they want to learn and to show that they are able to be competitive. So after that, you have to experience it. It's still early to say they can be consistent and so on, but so far they did well, and it's not a surprise for me. Yeah.
Yes, Louise.
Hi, Regis. Hi. Have you finalised your dressing room leadership group yet?
We didn't build a classic leadership group so far because it's not necessary. and you can have like a template for the season, but obviously we want to work step by step with them, and at the minute we have a clear captain, Granit, and we have a club captain with Luke. So at the minute the flow, the workflow is really positive. We don't have any problems to solve, so let's go like that.
So it's working well.
Yeah.
And are you also pleased that players like Nordi and Enzo and Try are happy to play out of their perhaps preferred position, and they will sort of rotate to different positions, like between right back and centre half and
Yeah.
left and further infield? Is that something that's very important to you with players?
Yeah, we have many conversations about the position, and I think now football is evolving, because probably 10, 20 years ago when you played as a right back, you stay as a right back and you don't move. Now the flexibility is so high that even if you start in one specific position, you know that you'll have to manage different tasks, different position on the pitch. So the player has to be so versatile now that the question of position is not probably the main point, but it's more about your role, what is expected for you in this position, and it's really interesting to speak about these topics with them. Yeah.
And finally, talking about the sort of collective unity, were you pleased to see people like Luke and Dan Neil sort of leap off the bench at Chelsea to celebrate the winning goal, and that they were, even though they're not playing regularly, they were first out there to congratulate their team?
Yeah, absolutely. And it was like an automatic reaction, and it's really positive because it shows that even if they can be frustrated, which is absolutely fair and acceptable, you know that you are important for the squad. You can enjoy when you win, and you'll have an opportunity to play later. So really positive, yeah.